Let's talk about the time a Jewish talk show host was assassinated by white nationalist militants. This is Alan Berg. He was a radio host from Denver, Colorado. He began his career on several other stations, but was most well known for his talk show on the station KOA. On his show, Berg frequently debated with or made fun of political extremists, notably white nationalists. Berg himself was Jewish and would often challenge their anti Semitism. Through his debates and speaking, he gained a large following in Colorado. This caught the attention of a far-right paramilitary group known as the Order, which had formed in 1983. The Order was among the first white nationalist paramilitary groups to adopt the strategy of leaderless resistance. This advocated for the formation of clandestine cells in order to carry out violent attacks to spark a white supremacist revolution. To this end, the group engaged in a series of robberies to fund their cause, notably targeting armored cars. Through the money gained, the group was able to acquire an arsenal of weapons, some of which were legally modified. The Order then drew up a hit list of people they wished to assassinate, which included Berg. On June 18, 1984, they put their plan into action, having discovered Berg's home address by following him. That evening, members of the Order waited outside his house for him to return from a dinner date. At 9:30 p.m., Alan Berg pulled into his driveway, and as he stepped out of his vehicle, he was shot 12 times by an automatic weapon. He was killed instantly. It was later determined that the weapon used was an illegally modified MAC-10 submachine gun. Four members of the Order were charged with Berg's killing, those being David Lane, Bruce Pierce, Gene Craig, and Richard Scutari. It is believed that Pierce was the shooter. Craig and Scutari were acquitted, while Lane and Pierce would be convicted of violating Berg's civil rights, but not necessarily his murder. A member of the Order is recorded as saying that Berg was targeted because he was Jewish and perceived to be anti-white. Another individual, Robert J. Matthews, was believed to be involved, but he could not be convicted as he died in a shootout with the FBI on December 8, 1984. The death of Matthews ultimately spelled the downfall of the Order, whose members would be arrested by 1986. The majority of them would be convicted in a RICO trial for their activities. If you found this interesting, follow for more stories of America's underground.